Today I will present you the 20 best products on AliExpress in 2024. Products that are not only a bargain but also incredibly useful and very well rated. The purchase links are in the video description, and with that said, let's start with the video. Number 1. Basis Mega Charger, a gadget to charge all your devices at the same time. This charger weighs 205 grams and has a charging power of 100 watts. Thanks to that, you'll be able to recharge laptops and tablets in less than an hour and a half. Additionally, it has 4 ports, which are 2 USB-Cs and 2 USB-As. However, the best thing is that you'll be able to use these 4 ports at the same time. Imagine working while your phone, your laptop, your earbuds, and your tablet are charging at the same time and all with the same charger. I don't know about you, but it sounds pretty neat to me. It is also compatible with all fast charging protocols, and it comes with a 100-watt USB-C cable. It is also a Galio charger, which is very important since Galio chargers heat up much less, which not only extends their lifetime, but also prevents short circuits and overvoltages. This gadget costs $43, a fair price considering how useful it is. Number 2. Bowie MA10 Earbuds, the best value for money earbuds not only on AliExpress but on the whole market. For starters, the sound is very good as it is very clear and balanced. Honestly, it has very powerful bass, but the mids and highs also sound incredible. And that is despite the fact that we only have one driver, in this case a 13mm one. This sound is accompanied by a 48 decibel active noise cancellation. It is not at the level of high-end earbuds but is very good. The design is also quite good as they are well built, have a matte finish, and are IPX6 certified, which means they are resistant to splashes of water. It is true that both the box and the earbuds are considerable in size, but this is understandable since they give us 8 and 140 hours of battery life respectively. The price of these earphones is $38 and the purchase link is in the description down below. Number 3. Gamezer X2 Pro Xbox, a gadget that will turn your phone into a console, and a very good one. This controller is here because of many reasons. The most important one is that we can play everything on this gamepad, from shooters to its specialty, which is RPG adventure games, like Raid Shadow Legends or Guardian Tales. The design is also very good as it is ergonomic, lightweight, and will connect to your phone with a USB-C connector, thanks to which we will have zero latency. As for the buttons, we have a D-pad, 2 shoulder buttons, 2 analog triggers, 2 rear buttons, 2 joysticks, and the classic ABXY buttons. In addition, it supports phones up to 7.2 inches and is quite solid. The performance is also very good. As I told you, it has zero latency and does not need to be recharged since it will use your phone battery. But don't worry, it just consumes 2 milliamperes per hour. This console costs just $58, and I honestly believe that is a bargain. Purchase links in the video description. Number 4. Poco F5, the best phone of the year. The screen is excellent, as it measures 6.7 inches, is AMOLED type, and refreshes at 120 Hz. In addition, it has a full HD resolution, is protected with Gorilla Glass 5, and reaches a brightness of 1000 nits, so it will be perfect for the outdoors. The performance is also up to par. Its processor is the Snapdragon 7 Plus Gen 2, a microchip just as powerful as the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, only without the overheating. This processor is accompanied by 256 GB of UFS 3.1 storage and 12 GB of LPDDR5 RAM. Thanks to this hardware, you'll be able to do anything with this phone. About the cameras, it has 3. One of them is a useless macro camera, the other is an OK ultra wide, and the main one is a 64 megapixel sensor, which takes very well focused photos with good contrasts. As for the software, it comes with Android 13 and will be updated to Android 15. And let's not forget that we have a 5000 mAh battery that recharges in just 40 minutes and gives us 14 hours of battery life. The price of the Poco F5 is $369, which is a bargain for a phone this good. Stay until the end of this video as I will introduce you to the most useful gadget on this list. It is really a bargain, so I wouldn't miss it. Number 5. USB-C Cable AFU. I know that cables are not the most interesting gadget in the world, but they are useful, and this one in particular is even more so. And I say this because the head of this cable is 180 degrees rotatable. It may seem silly, but this prevents our cables from wearing out in just a few months. Not only that, but it will also allow us to use our phone while charging in a much more comfortable way. Additionally, it measures 2 meters and is made of high-resistance nylon. On the hardware side, it has a power of 100 watts, is compatible with all the fast charging protocols and transmits data at a speed of 480 megabytes per second, which will be incredibly useful for transmitting large files. This particular model goes from USB-C to USB-C on both sides, but there is also a USB-A to USB-C version. They normally cost $7, but now you can get them for just $2. Purchase links in the video description. Number 6. Second Gen Xiaomi TV Box S, one of the best value for money TV boxes on the entire market. In case you don't know, a TV box is a device that turns your old TV into a smart TV. That is a TV with Netflix, Google, YouTube, etc. That being said, this TV box comes with 2 GB of RAM and 8 GB of internal storage, which is not bad for a TV box. In addition, its microchip is much more powerful than those of the competition. The most important thing though is that it comes with the latest version of Google TV, the successor of Android TV. Thanks to that, we can download all the apps from the Play Store, such as Netflix, YouTube, HBO Max, etc. Likewise, it transmits video in up to 4K and 60 Hz and is also compatible with Dolby Vision, Dolby Atmos, and HDR10+. Put simply, this means that your series will look and sound incredible. And let's not forget that it has the Google Assistant integrated and that it has the Chromecast function. Thanks to that, you'll be able to stream the content from your phone to the TV. This simple but useful gadget costs just $49. Purchase link in the video description. Number 7. Xiaomi X3000, one of the best routers on the entire market. And let's be honest, is there anything worse than living with bad Wi-Fi? No, probably not. Let's start with most important thing. The download speed reaches 567 megabytes per second. That is with the 2.4 GHz network. With the 5 GHz network, we'll have a speed of 2045 megabytes per second. These are theoretical maximums and will greatly depend on your internet provider. That said, rest assured that this router will multiply your current speed, since the routers from most providers are really bad. In addition, it covers an area of 2,045 square feet. The only disadvantage is that the configuration is through the Xiaomi app, which is a bit messy. The best thing though is that you can get this router for just $48. AliExpress link in the video description. Number 8. HK8 Pro Max Gen 2. Yes, this smartwatch is a replica of the Apple Watch Ultra, but as far as imitations go, this is the best in the world. Proof of this is the design, as it is made of stainless steel and is completely resistant to water and dust. About the screen, we have an AMOLED panel. It refreshes at 60 Hz and measures 2.12 inches. In addition, it has a very high brightness, comes with always-on display, and has a sharpness of 450 pixels per inch, so it will look absolutely pristine. In terms of functions, this watch measures your sleep, heart rate, and blood oxygen levels, and it does it surprisingly accurate. Beyond the classic functions such as measuring your calories or controlling music, it also allows you to make Bluetooth calls, which is quite useful. The biggest disadvantage is that it only monitors 15 sports. However, they are the most common ones, such as running, cycling, playing soccer, lifting weights, etc. The performance is also quite good, as it has Bluetooth 5.2 and the battery lasts 5 days. Yes, it is a copy, but the design and screen are almost identical to the original. For $27, I couldn't ask for more. Number 9. Fimi X8 Mini V2. A perfect choice if you are looking for a quality drone but are also on a budget. We start with the most important component, and that is the camera. About that, this drone records video at 4K and 30 FPS, takes 12 megapixel photos, and the camera sensor measures 0.4 inches. In addition, it has both electronic and optical stabilization, which is provided by a 3-axis gimbal. These are the two fundamental components of a good camera, and this can be seen in the photos and videos of this drone, as they are really good. If you want a drone to capture excellent videos, this is the cheapest one you can buy. For $249, it is almost a bargain. Number 10. Kingston USB Flash Drive. Nowadays, USB flash drives are hardly used anymore. However, it never hurts to have one on hand. We never know when we can go to places without Wi-Fi or need to transfer large files. For those cases, there is no better USB than this Kingston, as it has 2 connectors, a USB-C and a USB-A, both Type 3.1. Thanks to that, you can use it in practically any device. Additionally, it has a capacity of 128 gigabytes. What I like the most though is that we have a transmission speed of 150 megabytes per second. Thanks to that, transferring large files will be a piece of cake. The price is just $10 and has free shipping worldwide. Number 11. Tronsmart T7, the best value for money Bluetooth speaker on the whole market. For starters, the sound has a powerful bass and is very crisp and clear. This should not surprise us, as it has 2 tweeters and a woofer. It also gets pretty loud since it has a power of 30 watts. To give you an idea, the JBL Flip 6, a speaker 3 times as expensive, has the same power. In addition, it is IPX7 certified, which means that it is waterproof. You can theoretically submerge it for short periods of time, but it is designed to resist rain and splashes rather than submersion. The battery is also pretty good, as we get 12 hours of battery life. This speaker is priced at $49, which is a good price for an even better speaker. Number 12. Xiaomi Pad 6, the best tablet of the year. About the screen, it measures 11 inches, refreshes at 144 Hz, and has a brightness of 550 nits. For a tablet, that is quite bright. And yes, it is an IPS panel, but it has very good contrasts and shows more than 1 billion colors. In addition, it has a 2K resolution and is protected with Gorilla Glass 3. The performance is also on par with the screen, mainly because the processor is the Snapdragon 870. It is no longer the beast it once was, but is still perfect for playing most video games and for working with heavy files. This chip is accompanied by up to 256 GB of UFS 3.1 storage and 8 GB of LPDDR5 RAM. On the other hand, it comes with Android 13 and will be updated to Android 16, something quite surprising for Xiaomi. In addition, its battery has 8,800 mAh, thanks to which we'll get 15 hours of battery life, and it recharges in just 1.5 hours. Number 13. Baseus Hub, an accessory that will add 8 ports to any USB-C device. This hub has 8 connectors. 4 of those are USB ports, of which 3 are USB-A's and 1 port is a USB-C. These connectors not only transmit data at a speed of 5 GB per second, but you can also connect a charger of up to 100 watts, and thus charge your laptop or phone through the connector. We also have an HDMI 2.0 port, which transmits video in up to 4K and 60 Hz. That is accompanied by an Ethernet port that supports internet speeds of up to 1,000 megabytes per second, and both the TF and SD card readers are plug-and-play type. Number 14. Baseus Power Bank, the best portable battery in AliExpress. And I say this because it has a capacity of 20,000 mAh. That means that it can charge a phone 4 times, a tablet 3 times, or the whole battery of a laptop. In addition, we have a charging power of 23 watts, which means that it will charge some phones in less than an hour. I also really like the design, since it is made of metal and weighs less than 450 grams. More importantly though is that it has 3 outputs, 1 USB-C and 2 USB-A ports. This battery is priced at $37, is really well rated, and has free shipping. Number 16. Fifine A8 microphone. A perfect microphone if you are on a budget but need to improve your audio. This microphone is designed exactly for that. That is for streamers and YouTubers who are just starting out, or for people who want the best audio on Discord. Because of that, it is a cardioid type microphone, meaning that it will only catch audio that comes from the front of the microphone. In this case, our voice. And the truth is that it records audio at the level of microphones twice as expensive. I also really like the design, as it comes with a pop filter and a shock mount, which suppresses the noises we make from hitting the table. In addition, it has a headphone jack output, and it connects to the PC via USB-C. Let's also not forget that it has configurable RGB lighting and that it is a plug-and-play micro. For just $43, it is really hard to ask for more. Number 17. OnePlus Buds Pro 2R, a pair of high-end earbuds at a fair price. For starters, the sound is really good, mainly because they have a dual driver. In this case, an 11mm woofer and a 6mm tweeter. This means that these earbuds will give us a balanced audio, with very deep bass, correct mids, and very defined highs. They also get pretty loud and have a very deep active noise cancellation. Let's also not forget that they have the IP55 certification, so they will be safe from splashes of water and dust. The battery is also good, as the earbuds in the box give us 7 and 39 hours of battery life respectively. In addition, they have Bluetooth 5.3, which allows us to connect them to 2 different devices at the same time. For this features I expected a price of $200, but no, they are just $106. Number 18. TicWatch Pro 3 LTE, the best smartwatch on AliExpress. And I say this because it has functions only found in watches twice as expensive. About the screen, we have a 1.4-inch AMOLED panel and a sharpness of 324 pixels per inch. It also has a brightness of 1000 nits and refreshes at 60 Hz, so it will be very fluid. However, the most interesting thing is that it has a secondary screen. It is monochromatic and only shows the time. I know it seems useless, but it extends the battery life from 3 to almost 50 days. Now let's get to the functions. First of all, it has NFC, so you can link your card and pay with the watch using Google Pay. Not only that, but it also has LTE connectivity, so you can insert your SIM card and make calls independently. What I like the most, though, is its operating system. We have Google's Wear OS, which is the best software for smartwatches in the whole world. On the fitness side, it detects more than 100 sports and automatically registers the most common ones, such as running, swimming, or cycling. Additionally, it has 1 GB of RAM and 8 GB of internal storage, thanks to which you can store more than 1,000 songs on the watch itself. For $172, I couldn't expect more. Purchase link in the video description. Number 19. Kinhank X2 Pro, a budget and practical retro console. Let's get straight to the point. This console comes with 90,000 video games from more than 50 different game consoles, among which we have a wide variety of arcades, the PS1, the PSP, all the Nintendos including the NES, the DS, and the 64, as well as the Game Boy in all its variants, the Ataris, the Dreamcast, and almost all Segas such as the Mega Drive, the Saturn, the Genesis, etc. Luckily, it comes with 2 GB of RAM, a good processor, and 128 GB of storage, more than enough hardware to run and emulate retro games. As for the design, it is well built, has 2 USB 2.0 ports, a TF card slot, an Ethernet port, and an HDMI 2.1 input. Thanks to that, we can transmit at 4K and 60 Hz. Additionally, it comes with 2 wireless controllers that connect via a USB receiver, and honestly, they are good copies of the PS3 controllers. It may be the nostalgia kicking in, but $45 seems like a good price. Number 20. Redmi Note 12, the most useful product on this list, and yes, it is a bargain. Let's first talk about the screen. In this case, it measures 6.7 inches, is an AMOLED panel, and has a brightness of 1200 nits. It also has full HD plus resolution, refreshes at 120 Hz, and is protected with Gorilla Glass 3. In simple terms, it is a screen that you could find in a phone 3 times as expensive. The design is what you would expect from any cheap phone. It is not bad though, as it is not heavy, supports 2 SIM cards, and has an IP53 certification, so it is resistant to water splashes and dust. As for cameras, it has 3. One of them is a useless macro, the other 2 are an 8-megapixel ultrawide and a 50-megapixel main camera. The ultrawide will disappoint you. Nevertheless, the main one will capture really good photos if it has good lighting. Performance is also good. Its processor is the Snapdragon 685, which is not a beast, but is perfect for everyday tasks, such as watching series in 4K, playing light video games, or recording videos. This Snapdragon is accompanied by up to 8 GB of LPDDR4X RAM and 256 GB of UFS 2.2 storage. On the other hand, we have a 5000 mAh battery, and it is wonderful. It recharges in less than an hour and gives us 17 hours of battery life. Oh, and let's not forget that it comes with Android 13 and that it will be updated to Android 15. I know this is really weird for Xiaomi. This phone costs $150. To put that into perspective, it is half of what an Apple Watch 8 would cost you. Purchase link in the video description.